Fine.
All right, my brave people, welcome once again to my show. This is another moment to discuss on another interesting topic. And at this moment, I'm going to be discussing on a particular topic titled "Challenges in Family." What are the challenges in the family? And I have my guest beside me. I'm having Mrs. Iyoha and I'm having Mrs. Ladiran, who's going to be educating us and letting us about how to go about these things. And you're welcome to the show, ma. I
Thank
must say.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, ma. I will start with my from my left here. Is it left hand side? Okay, right hand side. Miss Ladiran. Um, what do you think is the challenges facing homes nowadays?
Well, number one challenge is it means it's something that is not palatable. And from the look of things, the way Nigeria is doing, or what we are facing, the first thing I will talk about is financial difficulty. This is really bringing issues to the family, not just between the husband and wife, but also siblings. If the person who is known as the head can no longer perform his responsibility, this becomes a problem and makes the home front or make the home not to go the way it's supposed to go. So this, I would say, is a major problem in the family.
Okay.
Yes, we have other problems, other things like I could come up with disease or infection. If a party, one of the spouse is affected or has disease, it's usually a problem.
Of course.
The second person will have to be running helter skelter,
Of course.
or the house will not be in order.
Order.
You understand? Because when things are in order, we can start. That is even when we have time to fight. Yes, but when things are not in order, one person is just being burdened with the problems of others, probably the children, other families, the home front, war, and all that. So this is another problem.
Thank you so much, ma. Ma, you made mention of something, and I would love you to. I'll direct it to you. Talking about fights, arguments, this banter of words. Is it necessary in marriage?
It's not as if it is necessary in marriage. Fight, argument. It's just like something that is just bound to occur when two that are not brought together in the same, from the same background, comes together. Like we have different character, we have different upbringing, and this bring what will I call it now?
Conflict.
Conflict. There will be a friction sometimes. There's no how there won't be a friction because they are not brought up in the same way, in the same environment, and all that. So sometimes what I like might not be what you like. Sometimes the way I feel things, my perspective will be different from your whole perspective. So that's what actually really brought about conflicts in marriage, misunderstanding, and all that. But it's actually something that can be resolved if the two of them are
Come together.
truly in love with each other.
Okay, ma. I think the basic here is just the background.
Yes.
So you are coming from the different background
Different
and
background.
ability to accept each other. Sometimes, do you think sometimes they can accept each other, or do you think it takes the grace of God sometimes?
Yeah. Okay, I want to say something. Okay. Yeah, I think what we should look at here is love. I think that matters a lot. Yes, because even people that are raised and born from the same parents, they usually have conflict. Yes. Like there's this saying that even the teeth and the tongue usually fight.
Okay.
So I see this to be normal.
Okay.
You understand? But what makes it more normal is to fight and like put an end to it.
Okay.
You understand? It's normal. But love conquers all. We agree to disagree. It is not all the time that you take what I take. So there are times that you differ, but that shouldn't be a problem to us as couple at home.
Okay.
Like our children telling us, hey, this is what I want. And we as parents say, no, you have to come here. So it might not necessarily mean they are wrong, but because we want them to see better things from our own perspective. So, but love conquers all. When we fight today, we should not just remain there. We should just look for a way to get us. Yes.
I want to say something. I know you have something to say. I want to say something. I want to just say something. I want to hear your own perspective about, okay, a lady wants to get married and maybe the family of the groom is from another tribe, from the eastern part of the Igbos, and Yoruba people, they know how they used to do things. And the mother said, I'm against intertribal marriage. I don't want it. And in that kind of situation, what kind of advice can you give? That the mother said no, and they love each other.
It's kind
Because you said something about love.
That will determine it. Because if it's only the mother, that means if the father agrees with the daughter, that means they can still get married. But if the two of them, the two parents, disagree with the girl that you can't do tribal marriage, it won't work. But probably if two of them are the one that are against it, most of them, parents always come together when it comes to things like that. Especially we women, we know how to come in between our children and the father, because now it is the father that said no. If it is the father that said no, I'm sure if the woman comes in, persuade the man.
What if the both are against
If
everybody?
the both are against, there's an issue.
But there are most cases that they eventually go with the marriage. Maybe they see it as normal thing, they can just resolve within themselves. But the love is there. I get it. They love each other and they see the future in each other. And that kind of a thing, maybe they later proceed and it's all went successfully, right? And there's one thing. Sometimes people say the blessing of marriage or blessing from the mother. I want to ask, is it that really, really important?
It is. Yes, it is. It's very, very important for you to take prayer from your parents when you are getting married. So when your parents are not happy with you, I know some people may want to say, I am a Christian. Well, since I don't believe that. Please believe it because they are your parents. They are your parents. So you don't disregard the fact that both parents says don't go with that man or don't go and marry this
I
woman.
want to ask you a question. Sometimes what our parents see might be different from what we see, we the youth, right? Okay, we want to get married now, and the parent was totally against it, like you just and you say that the blessing and all that thing,
It
and
really matters.
and this man maybe is the man God has destined for this lady.
How do you know? The Bible says, children, obey your parents in the Lord. Exactly. There's no way you can know more than this. They brought you into the world. They brought you. So that is where it still boils down to their blessing. You need their blessing. It's just like saying you are a Christian and you don't need the blessing of God. How do you want to navigate the journey of life? So you need their blessing. There are times you still need to come to these people. So you cannot do it on your own. So you need their. Don't think you have seen, you are now mature, you think you can leave it. You can't do it alone. You can't.
So what you're trying to say is one of the parents is against any marriage that maybe the parents is in support of that marriage or does not support that marriage. We should have some as if maybe the God even want that marriage to hold and they love each other.
If God wants it, who are your parents to you? Are they godly parents? Who are they? See, there are processes to these things. You can't just jump up one day and say, I want to marry. Even if you do, you have family members. If your parents refuse, have you tried talking to their brothers, to their family members? You understand? Go see them. This is what you want, and my your uncle, my daddy said no. So they will call him and they will find out why he's saying no. You understand? If he refuses, do you have a pastor? You understand? So these are the people you can't just they can't say no and I understand. They can't just say no and you just give up or you say you want to go ahead. You need to involve people. So at the end of the day, they will make you see reasons. If it's genuine enough, you yourself will back up. If it's genuine.
Thank you, ma. I want to ask you a question. Okay, talking about the same thing, like you've brought a man as a lady, you brought a man to your parents, you were against it at first. Okay, no problem. You listen to them. The second one happened, you listen to them. The third one happened. So does it mean there's this kind of pressure, no parents mount on their children. Ó ti ń dàgbà. Bọ̀bọ́ yẹn mo mọ̀ pé ó ń wá àbọ̀ mi ìfẹ́ kó fẹ́ ẹ̀. You brought another one. Eléyìí náà ẹsẹ̀ rí bákan. No, all those descriptive words. Ó ṣe Yorùbá, ọmọ Hausa ni, ìfẹ́ kó fẹ́ Hausa, mi ìfẹ́ kó fẹ́ Yorùbá. In that kind of situation, what do you think is the next? What do you think is the best a mother or the child can do?
Then the child, personally, I will suggest to that kind of a lady to go and seek the face of God first. Because it is not possible for you to be bringing this and they are rejecting it. Bring that, they are rejecting it. There must be problem somewhere. And the reason why those parents are rejecting those, they must have reasons for it. Because another says in Yoruba that tí ọmọdé bá gbé gbé àgbà báyìí ló máa mọ tọ́wọ́ tó máa wó sí. So they must have seen something. They must have known why. And Mrs. Adams said it the other time. Who are the parents? Are they two children of God?
Do they have anything they believe in at all? Is the religion of the parent and the child the same thing? So there are a lot of things that are attached to that that could bring about maybe the parents disagree to go to wed you with one particular man or one particular lady. There must be reason. They have their reasons. They must have their
Because
reasons.
your parents
It's
are
not
not going
just
to live with that person. It is you.
it
So it
is
is for your
you.
own good.
It is for your own good.
Yes.
Yes, it must be for your own good. Now, what do you want to gain from it? If they ask you not to marry this, they ask you not to marry this. Do you want to marry you? It's not possible. That is where you should look at it, sir.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Leaving that part, I want to, get your own opinion about this aspect. Okay, money aspects. When it comes to money aspects, that money is a big thing now in marriage. When it comes to money, do you think money can solve everything in marriage? Miss Ladio, let me start with you. I think I can see you. You're smiling. When it gets to money, you smile.
Because even the Bible says money and
Money
marriage.
and
Of course.
So, but in the case of marriage, I would say money can
Aside
solve
all.
all the problems. No, no. You can marry a man today because he has money, and tomorrow the money is not there. So what then happens? So I won't say money will answer everything. There are a lot of things that money cannot solve in marriage. For instance, a couple who are trusting God for the fruit of the womb, who have done IVF, they've, they've gone to mountains and this is not forthcoming. So in this case, what happens? So this is no longer issue of money. You understand? This is where love, trust, understanding, everything comes in. Patience. So it is not everything that money solves in marriage.
Okay, talking about you said something about not everything the money solves in marriage. Sometimes I believe that most of the time when you give a woman everything she wants, at the end of the day, there will still be something.
Hmm.
There will still be something. Are you getting it? You said something money cannot solve everything. We agree. But what are the things that I know that there are some things that a lady will still request for.
Yes. I can talk about number one, love. This is natural. It has nothing to do with money. If I love you not because of your money. Though I heard that people develop love over time, but it has nothing to do with money. Number two is intimacy. Some people will believe, oh, there are dildos out there. I can just buy myself a toy, but it cannot replace a man in marriage. It cannot replace your husband. This is the person you have professed love to at the beginning. So what then happens? So you need that intimacy. You need to be together. You understand? So another thing I think you'll be needing in marriage, aside intimacy, is fellowship. You need yourself. Not one person living in London and another person in Canada. Once in a while you need to be together, especially when you start raising kids. These children need to know who their parents are, in time of communication, in time of how do I put it? So you need each other. So all these things, money cannot, we cannot, yeah, it cannot substitute.
Thank you, ma'am.
You
Thank you, ma'am.
understand?
Now I have a question for you before we call it a day. Um, in a situation whereby the um, the husband and the wife have agreed that we're not going to have children, we're not going to have children for some years, maybe after they are married. Let's just maybe wait a bit before we got married, got married and before we have our children, all those periods. And the lady was like, oh, I can't wait anymore. I just want to have my children. And they've agreed on this thing that they can't, we guys, we want the shape of our babies, intact, all those things. So that kind of a situation, what do you think is the best approach to solve this kind of thing? That the woman is against it. No, I want to have my children, and the man said, no, you can't have your children now. I want your sheep.
Number one, did the two of them really agreed? Did they really agree on the concept? Is it pronounced that you don't want children for the first, second, third year of our marriage? Was it pronounced?
they have an
Did they
agreement.
agree?
They have
Yes,
agreement.
they are both agree.
Then if they agree, the woman cannot just say, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, probably
Because,
family pressure.
oh,
Especially,
except,
yes, especially on the guy's part. You know, the lady, maybe she has explained to her own parents. But in the case of the guy, you know, the mother will not meet the
they
son.
won't know.
They will not meet the son. They will be disturbing the wife. You understand? So it's now up to her.
It's true. So you have had that now. So it might be because of pressure from probably your home parent. In fact, it might not even be our home parent. I mean, his home
Some
parent
parents,
alone.
maybe.
Maybe our home parent because some of all these our parents they foresee. Am I making
I
sense?
understand.
Sometimes they will be like, have what you want to have
Yes,
now
and rest later.
and rest later.
Even me, I'll be here to take care of your children. I'm tired.
I'll be
Oh.
yes. You know I'm growing old. I'm growing
That's
old. Please
true.
have your children so that I'll be able to help you doing
Yes.
you understand. So I don't think there is any
But what do you guys man pressure when they are they haven't got married, and later on you still man pressure when it's about to you guys are not having children?
Yeah.
Why is it like? Why is it
I think it's,
that pressure coming? Pressure. Why is this
parents
pressure
are
coming?
I think it's culture.
culture, yes. It's
I don't think
culture.
the whites behave like that. I think it's culture.
Culture,
It's
it's
our
our
thing.
culture.
Yes, it's our thing over here. And I think it's reducing gradually. Parents, I don't think parents still disturb their females, especially to go get married. Now watch the Gen Z. It's gonna be. I don't think the way it used to be, it will happen again. Because every lady wants to be like sufficient for herself even before going out there to meet a man. You understand? So those things that parents used to do, I don't think it's going to work. But in all, I think it's just cultural thing. Marry, hey, it's time for you to marry. You are 30, you haven't married, you know. The belief is if you are 30 and you are not
Yes.
married, you may not
That's
get man to
true.
marry you. So we keep striving. Hey, and the thing is, we are preparing our females for husband's house. We are not preparing them to be sufficient for themselves.
For themselves. So
I
to be
think
independent.
I need to come in there. Okay, the man is not financially stable, and the lady is okay, bit right. And will you advise that such marriage should hold?
To me, it depends on them. Is she ready for 50-50? Because there's this saying that if you give some people an inch, they want to take miles.
Mm.
You understand? From the onset, would you agree to 50-50? Like, I should bring 50, my husband should bring 50 to take care of the family. Or is it 70-30? These are the things people should spell out before courtship. So if she's comfortable with marrying the man who is still
This is struggling,
it's up
managing.
to her. We are not the same. What I will take, another person may not take. So I think this is individual difference. If I'm well to do, like if I have more than the person I want to marry, can I take care of the bill of the wedding? Can I take care of the marriage? You understand? Will you not
Okay,
feel defeated like
okay,
less of a
God
human?
man.
You understand?
Okay,
But if they both agree, why not?
okay.
The Yoruba say, "Ka fọwọ́ wẹwọ́."
Well,
You understand? Nobody knows what is going on in your family.
that's
Just
true.
you
That's
understand?
true.
So it's just up to you. I don't think.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I really appreciate you
You're
guys for
welcome.
coming to the show. Before we wrap it today, guys, I would like to hear the word of advice from both uh Miss Ladiran here and Miss Iyoha, who's going to just advise us. You know, you guys starting afresh, starting to build your own, or you guys are already there. What are they, they are well experienced when it comes to marriage. So I want them to, tell you some things that you need to put in place if you are starting and things you need to do if you're already there. Ma'am?
Um, I really want to appreciate you for this
Thank
opportunity.
you, ma'am.
Thank you very, very, very much. Um, my advice will be based on love, honestly. Above everything, above everything, either money, it's either patient, everything. Love. Let the love prevail. let the love prevail. Why did I say that? Because I'm sorry to always use adage. There is this Yoruba adage that says,
True.
"Alejo òun lowó." If there is no love from the onset, from the beginning, if it is the money that attracts the lady or the two of them base their love on the love, I'm sure honestly, the moment they have anything that has to do with financial challenge, before you know it, their love life begin to crack, and then anything can penetrate. Anything can penetrate. Therefore, every individual that wants to start a home or that have started a home, because it is that your first love, that love that will be upholding you by the time challenges comes.
Thank you, ma.
The Lord will help
Ma,
us.
to you?
Yes. Aside what she just said, I will say good communication. Yes, do not just assume that your spouse will know what you're passing through. Please find time to talk to each other about your problems, your indifference. This is how I want it. This is what you have been doing that I'm not comfortable with. Please, can you change? You know all this. It will help. Then another thing is that you should spend quality time together. Even the Bible says two cannot
Work
work
together.
together. Yes. So it is
Let
when
they
you
agree.
have space, you have gap in between. That is when the third person comes in. So you should have quality time together. So it is when you have this, or okay, let me start. It is when you love each other and there's good communication. That is when we will talk about this quality time. You understand? But when that number one is lagging, forget it. So do not say, later, I just like this guy because of money. Later, I know I'll develop the interest. I will develop the love. No, let the love be the basis. Then if you are a female, please find something doing. Be able to stand. Be a plus to the man. Not that you're just going to be a parasite. You just want to like suck him. That's the language. So be a plus to him. Thank you.
All right, ma. I really appreciate these guys. I will leave you with a word that, according to what she said, which is the last thing, being a supportive couple in your marriage. Be supportive. Make sure that you are helping that man, you are helping that woman in one way or the other. And I pray that the Lord will bless our homes in Jesus' name. Till I come your way, have a wonderful day. Bye.